Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, January 23rd, 2026. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. I was up in Philly yesterday with a friend supporting another friend whose son was undergoing a triple bypass at age 39. It was successful, but all I'm going to say is really hug those that you love. Tomorrow, it really is never guaranteed. Some boomer trivia for my Star Wars fans. Which noted 20th century character inspired the look of Yoda, the voice of wisdom in the Star Wars franchise? You want to hang tight? We'll let you know that answer in just a few minutes, but we do have a bunch of news, so shall we? The Anne Arundel County Police are investigating a fatal double shooting in Harwood that occurred yesterday afternoon. Officers responded to the 100 block of Harwood Road where they found two adults dead inside of a residence. Police said that both victims had gunshot wounds and a firearm was located on the scene. Investigators believe that the incident is isolated to the interior of the home and said there is no threat to the public. The victims have not been identified and police have not released any additional details. It is a developing story and an ongoing investigation. Maryland Democrats are weighing an unusual move, redrawing congressional district lines years before the next round of redistricting is typically required. The proposal would stretch the state's only primarily Republican congressional district, currently represented by Republican Representative Andy Harris, across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge into Democrat-leaning suburbs, including parts of Anne Arundel County and Annapolis. Congresswoman Sarah Elfreth, a Democrat who recently bought a home in Annapolis, said that she is going to run in the district where she lives if the map moves forward, even if that means running against Harris. The plan faces major hurdles, of course, including oppositions from Senate President Bill Ferguson and the likelihood of legal challenges, especially given that Maryland's 2022 redistricting effort initially produced a map that was struck down as overly partisan. As an opinion, this is really a stupid move. Why risk a safe seat with Elfreth? If it works, we barely move that national needle, and somehow Governor Moore thinks that we're California and we have a lot of seats to shift. And at the opposite end, Elfreth could easily lose to Harris, and a new Republican could win the third. This is ridiculous, and we have much more pressing issues to deal with in this session than this political stunt. Annapolis musicians will honor the late Bob Weir and the music of the Grateful Dead at Rams Head on Stage on Monday, February 16th, with an AM/FM Presents, a tribute to the Grateful Dead and Bob Weir show. The all-ages show does start at 6:30 p.m. with doors at 5:30. The proceeds are going to benefit the Annapolis Musicians Fund for Musicians, which is the nonprofit that helps local professional musicians facing hardship. The night is going to feature Grateful Dead covers along with Grateful Dead-inspired original music. Tickets are only $30 per person, plus fees through ramsheadonstage.com. And if you have ever wanted an excuse to sing along with strangers like you've known them for 20 years, this is the one for you. St. John's College has released the schedule for its spring 2026 formal lecture series in Annapolis, a lineup of lectures, concerts, and theater performances that are free and open to the public. Events mostly take place at 7:30 on Fridays in the Francis Scott Key Auditorium in St. John's College. That's at 60 College Avenue, with seating available on a first-come, first-served basis. And the college notes that many lectures are recorded and later posted on the YouTube channel, so you can always check them out after the fact. Upcoming dates include the annual Steiner Lecture tonight with translator and Bard College Professor Daniel Mendelsohn, lectures by Annapolis tutors Janet Doherty on February 6th, Leah Lassell on February 13th, Brendan Lassell on February 20th, a Jane Austen lecture on the 20th of March, a Parker Quartet concert on April 10th, Shakespeare's Othello staged on April 11th and 12th, and Thornton Wilder's The Skin of Our Teeth on May 1st and 2nd, with times for the plays still yet to be announced. We do have the full list at eyeonannapolis.net. Well, apparently there is some snow on the way this weekend, and many events have been canceled, so I'm not really going to get into them beyond saying call before you go. But you do want to be sure to catch our local business spotlight this Saturday. This week we are talking with Phil Kaplan all about burdens men carry. That does drop at noon on Saturday, and I have a pair of bonus pods coming your way as well. Richard Karn, or Al Borland, from the Home Improvement is coming to the home show late in February. And Pastor Scott Shelton from Heritage Baptist Church, all about the upcoming Super Bowl. And today on Canines and Crosstreks, you can hear about Hotsy and Totsy, two bonded dwarf rabbits that pause at the mall. You want to listen to our spot now and then check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon for some irresistible photos and get all of the information on how you can bring those two hoppers home. And again, don't forget that we do have our daily newsletter that features only the top local news stories of the day. We do send it out to your inbox at 7 p.m. every single night. That is 365 days a year, all without a paywall. It's perfect for keeping up with the weekend's news since we don't release a DNB on Saturday or Sunday. I've got a link right here in the show notes for you, and please feel free to share it. All right, that's it. Now it is time just to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I do hope that we add some value to your world, and if we do, please leave a review somewhere or tell a friend to give us a listen. That really does help. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Mathematics. As for that boomer trivia question, Albert Einstein was the inspiration for Yoda, and frankly, I'm not seeing it. Well, it is Friday. The weekend is here. Now it is time just to say have a great weekend. Be nice to others. Do something fun. Keep shopping local, and happy shoveling. Now hang tight. We have George Young in your Eye on Annapolis local weather report, and then Canines and Crosstreks. All of that's coming your way in just a minute.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting Mathematics in Severna Park, where appointments are not necessary. Mathematics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. Mathematics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. Mathematics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit Mathematics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call Mathematics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at mathematics.com. Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Hey everyone, this is George Young with your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief weather forecast for Friday, January 23rd. Yesterday brought sunshine in low to mid 50s to the Annapolis region, and that was probably as good as it will get for at least the next 2 weeks, with a major winter storm this weekend, followed by an exceptionally cold stretch for the 10 plus days after the storm is over. Look for temps in the lower mid 40s today with mixed skies with breezy winds out of the northwest, which will be the beginning of inbound Arctic air as temps crash overnight into the 6 to 13 degree range, with wind chills of 5 to 10 degrees below zero overnight and during the AM hours of Saturday, with clouds on the increase throughout the day Saturday as temps only climb into the upper teens to low 20s, 4 p.m. highs. From there, snow will start to fall late Saturday and during the overnight hours into early Sunday morning, with heavy snow falling at times through much of Sunday morning, with an expectation that there will be mixing of freezing rain and sleet during the PM hours, with a snow, sleet, and freezing rain mix probably continuing into some portion of Monday morning, with highs Sunday only in the mid to upper 20s, with total accumulations of snowfall somewhere in the 8 to 12 inch range for many, with the potential for a quarter to a half inch of ice buildup on top of all of the snow and sleet that does fall, which will bring an elevated likelihood of both power outages and impossible travel conditions across the region. And the cold stretch that will follow the storm will likely be a bit of a memorable one, as temps will get down into the single digits multiple times during the week, while high temps may not hit the 32 degree mark until sometime around the 4th or 5th of February, all of which will be a significant issue if there are extended power outages for any portion of the overall region. Bottom line, this is a very, very dangerous storm that could ultimately be life-threatening. So be sure to do whatever you need to do today and tomorrow to prepare in advance by fueling up vehicles, hitting the stores for food and drink, picking up prescriptions, etc., and also getting salt and sand and shovels ready or lining up someone to help with the snow and ice removal, with one silver lining here being that the cold temps will help the snow to stay fairly light and fluffy, which should help a lot with the snow removal if you're able to clear the snow away before any freezing rains adds a bit of moisture to it. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young for Eye on Annapolis Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to check back with Eye on Annapolis tonight and tomorrow for one or two more updates on the storm before precip starts to fall late Saturday. And of course, you can always visit eyeonannapolis.net/weather for the latest conditions and forecast information for the Annapolis region, so you can always stay weather informed.
There are more than 500 pets in the care of the SPCA of Anne Arundel County that need good homes, and they have so much to offer the rest of us. At Annapolis Subaru, we are committed to helping the SPCA see that these animals stay safe and healthy. All year long, Annapolis Subaru partners with the SPCA to host pet adoption events, sponsor vaccination clinics, and community events. We feature pets on our weekly Canines and Crosstreks podcast. Our associates and our Subaru customers show up in packs at the Walk for the Animals and Lights on the Bay events. You can help our SPCA find loving homes for these pets. Volunteer, donate, foster, read a book, scratch some ears, or rub some bellies. Show up for the pets in the care of the SPCA of Anne Arundel County.
That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Anne Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Crosstreks. Sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
Well, we wanted to talk about the other half of this store. Last week, we talked about the left half, which was mostly cats. And we remember we talked about Hunter and Chica, and they haven't found a home just yet, but hopefully in the next couple days, they'll be finding their perfect home to go to. But today we wanted to talk about the right half of the store, which is guinea pigs. Am I right, Kelly?
Yes.
Guinea pigs, rats, rabbits,
Hamsters.
lizards?
Hamsters. No lizards.
No lizards?
Chinchillas.
Okay, chinchillas are cool. My
What
son
about
had
them?
a-
They're sugar gliders.
We don't have any right now, but we have had them. And ferrets. Oh, and gerbils.
And gerbils. Well,
What?
we also have a guest here with us today, and we've got Vani, who is the head of the smalls, I guess. I don't.
Absolutely, she is. We have a great team here that takes care of these smalls. And, you know, as much as a lot of people think they're easy and that's why they get them, they're actually, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of care, but they give you a lot of love back. Right. And so we have a team that just takes care of all of them, you know, between the cats and that
I do want to just point out, you just mentioned they take a lot of care and stuff
Yes.
like that. But I remember last week before we started actually recording, Vani was here running around and tending to all the cats and everything else.
Yes.
And the love and the care that you exude is unbelievable.
Yes.
You know all the cats by names and everything else, and you're like, oh my gosh, this, that, and the personalities and the backstories, which really speaks to the SPCA in general.
Yeah.
And that, this is not just a place where, you dump a dog and it lives in squalor, or any animal lives in squalor. I mean, they are really cared for, as obviously is not quite as much as a one-on-one in a home, but you guys do such a great job. And I think it's a lot of it has to do with the personality and love that the people that
Vani, how
volunteer and
long
hire.
have you been here at Paul's at the Mall?
I have been working here since 2021. September is my 5 years of working here. And I've been volunteering since 2018 with dogs and cats and such. But then when we started the store in 2020, that's where I started just hanging out here a lot more.
Very cool. Very cool. And how is Kelly to work for?
She's lovely. She's lovely. No, that's one of the things that I always like to say is that, like, she just is amazing to work for, because if there's ever anything, like, you can just call her, immediately get an answer of, like, there's so many random things that happen, and she's just kind of like, okay, yeah, contact the vet, like, let's go and do this. Like, she definitely does so much work for all of the animals.
Thank you.
One of the things that I'm very curious about. Have you ever had the chance to get to her house, and how many dogs does she have?
Oh my God.
I cannot answer that.
Oh, man.
That's those
Coach
damn
her up.
NDAs again.
Yeah.
Yes,
her
we
up.
have a loyal team here, John.
Coach
Not going to work.
her up. That's cool. So, all right. So you've got all these little guys. What's the difference between a gerbil and a hamster?
Okay, there's a lot of differences. Yes.
A tail.
Technically, yes. So hamsters have a much shorter tail. Gerbils are from Mongolia, and then hamsters are from like different places inside of the world. Yeah, the domesticated gerbils are Mongolian gerbils.
So if you're not from Mongolia, you're not a gerbil?
There's different types of gerbils, but the domesticated versions are not the versions. The domesticated ones are Mongolian gerbils. Okay. We have 2 right now, General Ginger and Mombi. Cutest things ever. But yeah, gerbils are a lot more chew heavy. They also have a higher protein intake that they need to have than hamsters. There's a lot of just small like physiological differences. It's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Billy learned a lot more about gerbils than he anticipated this morning.
Yeah. All right. You have a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
And did you gain all this knowledge like working here?
Yeah. So I've always had small animals. They've just kind of been my fixation since I was younger. And then working here, and getting to advocate for them, you definitely have to learn every little detail, in order to best like advocate and try to say like this is what's going to work out best for them.
Yeah, and also give people like, hey, like, you know, maybe this might not be best for you if you have a 4-year-old kid that likes to put their hands in things.
Yeah, exactly.
Get bit or whatever, right?
Yeah. When we talk about smalls, and we've mentioned smalls a zillion times on this podcast, I mean, we are talking about the smaller animals, not anything but dogs and cats, right?
Yes. So we specifically have mammals here just because reptiles and stuff, they have specific rescues that they can go to that can provide for them inside of different ways of like keeping temperatures in check and everything like that. Whereas with the mammals, there are a lot of similarities, like even though it's a wide variety of different small animals, they definitely have the same like temperature range that they get to stay in, different types of foods, but for the most part, a lot of them eat hay. So if we just get like 150-pound box, it kind of can go around for all of them.
Well, let's talk about a couple of them. I mean, I know you were toying around with 2 of the little guys over there on the wall. And I saw the sign on the thing. It was, I didn't see it. Didn't write the name down. What were they?
Hotsy and Totsy.
Yeah. Best part of the job is getting to name them weird things. Yeah.
So, okay. All right.
Hotsy and Totsy.
We're in a whole different segment now. Are you in charge of naming all of them?
I get to, and they don't tell me not to, so I can just go for it.
All right. So it's because what we've thought before is that there was like a board that would name them, like, you know, a collaboration of things. But here it's you're naming them and that's it.
I like to use the team to name them. It's kind of hard to have, think of so many ideas. So we definitely go through, because there's only so many times you can have an animal named Bella before the system just kind of becomes a little difficult to navigate.
That's true. I had 4 busters that were cats when I was younger.
Exactly. So we get to just get together, and some days, like, if we're just kind of all out of it, we'll name them super weird things because it's nice and eye-catching on the website. I mean, we had a rabbit named Horsepower that everyone knew by name because his name was Horsepower. We kind of can't ignore something like that. So, we just use it as team collaborative.
Cool. Well, what is the story on these 2?
So Hotsy and Totsy were surrendered to us. Unfortunately, the child in the home grew up and they just stopped taking care of them. Totsy, when she was surrendered, had tumors on her, so we had to get her surgery with our vet on staff who does such an amazing job. She recovered from surgery perfectly. So it's her and her little husband. Totsy is this beautiful brown color, super sweet. And then Hotsy is a lion head, black and white, cute little thing.
Were they married here, or were they married before they got here?
They were married at the library.
Married at the library on Valentine's Day a couple of years ago.
Can do that.
Yes, they have been in a long-term committed relationship.
Have they had a ceremony?
That's something that we're working on. We're just, again, coordinating with the library, trying to make it all work out.
All right, cool. Make sure that we know when that's going to happen.
That would be great for bonded pairs.
We've done that before.
I would love to come to Hotsy and Totsy's wedding.
Let's do it. Okay.
We do have all the wedding supplies.
We do. We have all the wedding.
You could turn that little area into the
little chapel area.
Chapel.
This is beautiful.
You can do pet weddings here. I'd pause at the mall.
Mhm.
Scooter Hunter from
Let's
last
take,
week.
they get the humans.
See how
You're
something
doing
comes out
pet
of
weddings.
all these ideas.
Pet weddings.
Pet weddings. This is it.
That would be beautiful.
And Billy's going to lead them.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dearly,
Hunter could officiate from last week.
dearly
That's right.
beloved. Yeah. Let's do it. All right.
You may
cool.
now place the ring on a paw.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That would be awesome. Well, how quickly do the smalls adopt out?
They get adopted out pretty quickly. Definitely having this location in the mall has helped out with getting small animals adopted. Not a lot of people know that you can adopt small animals. They think that guinea pigs are just at the pet store, when shelters definitely have seen a big influx of them. So we get a good amount of adoptions. I mean, this weekend we had 2 guinea pigs go home, 4 hamsters, a chinchilla. Those are just the ones I remember off the top of my head. It was kind of a blur on Saturday, but we had a lot get to go home.
Now, the process of adopting a small, is that the same as a cat? Or, I mean, there's an application, and I mean, I can't just walk in here and go, looking for a black rabbit.
Yeah, so we use the same adoption process for all of our animals. That really sets us aside of just how much dedication that we put into all of these animals, because we do a lot of vetting for them while they're here. And we just don't want them to end up back inside of our care. That's the biggest thing, especially with like guinea pigs and rabbits, is people have an image in their brain of what they want from these animals, but in reality, it's a lot different.
And I will say, I know my kids have had little smalls before in their life. They've all sort of flown and grown at this point, but don't think just because it's a little gerbil or a little hamster that it's just a little tiny cage that's going to hang out on your bedroom nightstand, because there's a lot of work involved in making sure that it, it's clean and stuff like that, but they need exercise too as well. And I mean, living in a 10-gallon aquarium is really not the way to do it.
You got to get them the wheel.
You do. The hamster ball.
Yeah, the hamster wheel. Yeah.
To do that. So I mean, I'm glad to hear that it's the same type of a process that you guys do with the smalls as opposed to the other. Do you do birds too?
Yes, so we do have birds. Currently we have 2 birds available for adoption, Harpy and Strix. They are 2 parakeets. One of them is a lovely little green-yellow action, and the other one's blue and has a little bit of yellow on his face, but not much. The one you hear singing is the store canary. He stays here as kind of a bird friend to all of the birds who get surrendered, so then they just don't get lonely, because if we have one parakeet here, they kind of get a little bored.
It's like the HR department.
Exactly. He plays a very important role.
Let me show you around. Here's your desk. Here's your perch.
He gets well compensated for his work, yes.
In seeds and everything else. I was reading something, Bill, the other day. You guys don't have any matte colored cars, do you? Like matte paint words?
No. We have like a what do you call it, Kelly? A gooey gray?
It's a gooey gray.
gooey
That's the
gray.
one I have. I love that.
Yeah, they're
one.
not.
We don't have any
reflective.
matte.
They're not reflected as well.
Right. Yeah. Matte is a very difficult paint to maintain.
That's what I was reading. I mean, it was like you can't have it out in the sun too long.
Like they look awesome, but like
on the showroom,
they can also get pretty gnarly if you don't take proper care of them.
But that new color that's coming out for the Crosstrek, which I love, is it Sand Dune? That's coming out, and then the River Rock, which is what I have.
Yeah,
I kind of
nice.
Those aren't matte, but those are kind of like
they're
different
muted.
colors. Yeah,
Muted.
they're not
Still
the
has
ones.
a clear coat though.
yes.
Yeah, they're not the ones that have the
matte
sparklies in them.
finish. Right.
Yeah, the clear coat's going to be what protects the paint
Right.
from the elements. And
Elements.
Yep.
Well, so I was on your website though, and please tell me this is true. And there's a reason that they're not on there, but Cash and Penny, the shepherd and the terrier.
It's true.
They're out?
They're out. They're out. They're at home, and everything is just it was a really happy day for everybody.
Took a little bit of time. I think we had them like in October-ish, maybe late October.
I think that might bring our closing percentage to 100% for last
I think
year.
we're at 100%, guys.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
there.
I know 2 weeks ago we were
Canines and
talking about
Crosstreks.
that.
Yes.
They were still there.
They were still there. That's right.
Way to go.
stuff.
Good job,
Congratulations.
SPCA.
Well
Great.
done. Well done. Now, do you have any bonded smalls? So these 2 are bonded, right?
Yes, they are bonded.
And then, so is that typical for smalls to be bonded, or are they typically like on their own?
So it depends on what small animal you're looking at. Hamsters are strictly solitary, so they're adopted out as singles because even if they are young and can cohabitate as they get older, it's just not ideal for them. Animals like guinea pigs and rabbits are very social animals. Guinea pigs definitely, if they come in together, we like to keep them together. It definitely helps support them throughout their journey in life, but also just while they're here. Hotsy and Totsy, like I said, they were surrendered here together, so it was very crucial to keep them together, especially after Totsy was healing up from surgery. Hotsy did not like being separated from her. And then we also have another bonded pair, Toyota Camry and Jeep Grand Cherokee. We'll have to get some Subaru
do not
games
like
on those.
at all.
No.
I'm sorry. We'll
no
get some more
wonder they're
Subaru.
still here.
I know.
Yeah.
Bonnie, you said the T word.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We'll do a Subaru theme.
We have though.
I'd probably
Remember we
recommend
did
that. Yeah.
a couple
We can
times.
do it again.
Yeah, we can do it again.
We have all these rats coming in.
That's right.
Oh yeah, let's just name all the rats after Subarus. That's good. That's good.
Hey,
You're
they're
killing
cute
it right now.
rats.
Killing it. It's all good. We sell pre-owned Jeeps and Toyotas. It's fine.
Well, the bonded thing, though, I mean, I know the two you talked about that wasn't doing well without the other one. And I remember last week before we started recording, you said that when Hunter and Chica were separate, that Chica was not eating and just really despondent over losing her quote unquote spouse, if you will.
Yeah, her little body.
Although I don't think they're married. We haven't had the ceremony.
We haven't
so
had
they're
it's not
probably
official.
like living
It's
in
not
sin,
official
yet, John.
but
They're still in the honeymoon phase.
Yeah. We got to get that paperwork in order for.
Yeah.
But again, it's just another thing where animals are just so similar to people, though. I mean, you turn around and you lose your best friend or the love of your life or whatever it is, and it's tough. You gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of winter now, Billy. What is?
Yes, we are.
And I mean, Subarus last forever, except for Kelly's. They're only on a 2-year cycle. But that's by choice.
It's fine.
If there's one thing that everybody should do for their Subaru to make sure that it lasts as long as possible, what is the routine maintenance that they should do?
They should follow their factory scheduled maintenance.
Okay, so
every 6 months.
Read the book.
Every 6 months or 6,000 miles, you're going to get your oil changed, your oil filter changed out, your tires rotated. Now every other service, you're going to get a cabin air filter, engine air filter, stuff like that. So just if you listen to us, we go by the book, and we make sure that your car is properly maintained. The most common reason for visits here, like towards the beginning of the winter and sometimes into this part of the winter, is going to be tire pressure monitoring system.
Okay.
TPMS lights coming on, because when temperatures change, like, how every once in a while we'll get like that, like 60-degree day and then a 30-degree day. And then, it just goes up and down, that the tires and the air in the tires expand and contract, and it can cause those lights to come on. So we get a lot of people that visit because of that. They freak out that they feel like they may have something going on with their tires. But
well, I will say that, speaking from experience when I was much younger, by not following the manufacturer's recommendation, you're probably going to save a couple bucks here and there along the way. But then when it goes down, you're going to pay for it in spades. Yeah,
for sure. So you always, what we always recommend is obviously we want your business, right? We want you to come here. We want you to get your car serviced with us, because we have factory trained technicians. But also, down the line, if something happens with your car, and it might be something that it's $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. If it's outside of warranty, and we're able to, call Subaru and say, hey, this customer came here every 6 months, 6,000 miles, we want to help them out. Subaru is that type of company. We're that type of company that will help you out if you've done your business with us and you've been loyal to us. So
that's awesome. That's the old axiom, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Sure.
Because there's nothing worse than going back into your mechanic and saying, yeah, I took a look at it. It's going to be $4,500.
Sure.
And then you're sitting there saying, gosh, I wish I had spent that $250.
Right.
That
Right. And our competitives from our competitive our maintenance items are all priced very competitively. So we, every couple months we look around, we see what everyone else is charging for stuff, and we try to stay within reason. But once again, these technicians that are working on the cars, they're factory trained. They've been doing it for a long time, and they're really good at what they do.
That's something to be said for that, for the expertise that's in there. So that's your mechanical tip for the day there. As far as your buying tip, get
6 months, 6,000 miles.
Get that 0% on the Forester hybrids.
Yeah.
It's still going on?
It is still going on. We only have a few left. But
how long is that promotion going on for? Do you know?
I mean, I would assume it's probably going to go through the end of this month. I would say that depending upon the inventory levels of the 25s, it'll
I guess it's like everything. It goes on until they say it doesn't.
Goes on until there's none left. Yeah. So,
well, there are some dates that are coming up here. You want to remember, you've got Walk for the Animals in June. We don't have a date for that yet. Certainly, we've got Moms, Mutts, and Mimosas or something in May, and we don't have a date for that yet. And we're also looking at Hearts and Hounds at the mall at some point. And do we have a date for that?
That's always in February. We don't have a date for that.
Right. And that's Heart Health Month in February.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's always a fun event. That's where you can come over here to pause at the mall. You can get your heart scanned. You can get your blood pressure checked and everything else. You can bring your animals in. You can walk them around the mall. And
you get to meet John.
Oh, it's a fun day.
It
really is.
It is.
Kelly's love.
It is a fun day. But
Dr.
also,
John.
But pause at the mall is a place to go. Plenty of cats to sit there and meet and greet. They've got a little room where you can hang out and play with them. And on the other side of the room, you've got plenty of little smalls there and a couple of birds. As well to go with that.
And I do have one warning when you bring children in here. And this is, we've said this on the show before, but if your kids can't read, then they won't be able to see that it says, please don't put your fingers in the cage because they will bite you.
That's right.
Put your fingers in there.
Gemma brought that to light for all of us.
Yeah, she got bit, and I was like, "It says do not put your fingers in the cage all over it." And she, reminded me that she can't read.
Don't you love that? We're like, "Oh, that's right."
She can read now very well.
Yes.
This was when she could not read,
so it totally makes sense. So we're relying on the adult in the group or the parent
keep an eye on
keep an eye on and let the kids know so they do not get bit.
Maybe are there any pictures of like fingers?
Oh,
with
and then with the big X going through it. That's a good idea. Maybe that's what we have to do, Monty.
Or like a picture of like a I don't want to say rodent, of a small like biting a finger.
Yeah,
there you go.
And that's the thing. I mean, people have to realize when they're caged and you're putting that, they'll be like, oh, treat, and they'll think the little fingertips a treat.
And they also probably could be a little bit scared too.
Yes.
I mean, here's this big old hand coming in. And what's this person going to do to me? Pause at the Mall is a great place to come. Come visit, come check them out. Bonnie, how long, you said you've been here forever. Have you always been a Pause at the Mall?
Yeah. I have been working here ever since I started. I've definitely been Pause Girl since my mom and I helped set up
at the original Pause at the Mall. Yeah, the one that was done.
And are you here most days?
Yes. You're full time.
Well, if anybody wants an education on any of these animals, Bonnie is the wealth of knowledge.
Absolutely.
What are the hours here?
It's 11 to 5 Tuesday through Saturday, and then 12 to 4 on Sundays, and we're closed on Mondays.
Nice.
And plenty of opportunities to come in here and read to the animals as well.
Oh, yeah.
Periodically. So look at the SPCA's website on that. It's aacspca.org. Jump over to Annapolis Subaru, 149 Old Solomon's Island Road. Check out the Forester hybrids. Check out the Crosstrek hybrids.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the new Outback. Check out the super speedy Solterra. Check them all out. And that hybrid Forester has that 0% financing, which is an amazing deal.
It really does.
I guess that's it. So let's get these guys adopted, and hopefully next time we come back here, they're going to be long gone. And but thanks so much for your time, Bonnie.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. You've been great.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.